name, my darling?
Sean Fraser.
Okay, how old are you?
I am 22.
And how long have you been fighting for?
I've been fighting competitively for 2 years now.
Okay, very good. What age did you actually start fighting that you wanted to become that sort of athlete?
Well, I started learning. The story goes, I started learning 2 hours after I was brought home from my dad. He started to teach me how to punch. And then when I turned 10, I watched a UFC fight, and ever since that day, I knew that I wanted to become a professional world champion in the UFC.
Good for you, very good. When did you get, I can see that you've got the British team badge right there. When did you get offered that, to be the Great British Team?
I joined their team last year. It was in the middle of last year, but only recently we got all of our kit from our coach, Brad Pickett, who I've actually been training with since I was 17. So I've known him for a while now.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. And where do you think you'll be going from here? Are you still going to carry on just doing cage fighting, or are you going to try and progress into something else?
I'm going to keep on going with MMA fights. I'm going to be going to whatever organizations, but the goal is for the UFC, and there's no doubt in my mind that I'll become champion.
Fantastic, well done. So you're very professional and you're looking to the future. That's really good. Who would be your role model in what you do at the moment?
My role model? I'd say one of the biggest role models for me would be, it's a tough one. I'd say my dad is definitely a huge role model for me when it comes to fighting, because ever since when I started, he set a standard for me, and it's a standard that I know I can reach, but at the same time, I'm just gonna keep on pushing. If I don't reach it, then it is what it is, but I'm confident that I'll reach it and I'll get far further than it.
So you're very determined to go further than what people expect?
Yes.
That's really, really good. Do you think you'd come this far when you first started?
I knew it that I'd come this far, because ever since I started, I didn't have the plan of I'm going to do it, see how it goes, and take it from there. Ever since I started when I was 10 years old, knowing that I wanted to be a fighter, I said to myself, I am going to become the best in the world, and there was no question about it.
Definitely determined man, that's really, really good. And where do you see your profession going in 5 years? Where do you expect yourself to be?
5 years, I feel in 5 years I could be in the UFC for sure. It just depends on the whole lockdown, all the restrictions. I was meant to fight quite a lot this year, which obviously got cancelled, but in 5 years' time, the UFC would be there, and it just depends. It depends on what's offered at the time and what's offered from now until then. But I can see myself going extremely far in 5 years.
Brilliant, fantastic. So there's no quitting for you, is there? You're just going to keep pushing yourself, and that's a good bit of inspiration for those that are starting So obviously throughout lockdown, everything was, as we all know, quarantined and put on hold, but was you able to do anything towards your career while you were in lockdown?
I'll be honest, at the start of lockdown, I saw it as a time to relax and put on a little bit of belly fat, but I saw it as an opportunity to improve, because I knew that a lot of people would think the same way I thought, just a time to relax. But I spent throughout the whole of lockdown just training as much as I could, learning as much as I could, and I feel like through lockdown I've improved a whole lot. And coming back to training recently, I feel like I've proved that to myself, that the time in lockdown was definitely well spent, so I am excited to start fighting again.
Excellent. So you didn't exactly do nothing, but you've learned something, and if anything, it was a bit of a blessing in disguise.
Yes, definitely was, especially because before I got into a bit of a routine, but then through lockdown it broke that routine, and it forced me to find new ways to train, new ways to improve, and just keep the ball rolling.
Fantastic. Okay, Sean, well thank you very much for today, and for the rest of your career I give you very much good luck, so thank you very much.
Thank you.